Good morning, folks. Ray Bassett here, owner of the Firm U Personal Training Studio. I'm here to talk about the coronavirus, some tips on how to protect yourself and to live a good lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, and to avoid getting sick in all diseases or all conditions. Now, we know the virus is, you should always wash your hands and not touch your face, especially if you sneeze or cough and or somebody around you is sneezing and coughing. But I want to talk to you about the way to protect yourself that you should be doing, well, you could be doing right now. And that is making sure that you're eating healthy, you're exercising, and you're building your immune system up. Now, just like the flu or any kind of virus or condition, if the better shape that you're in, you know that most of the people that are getting the condition or the virus and dying from it are people that have low immune system function, or they're older, and of course with age, you start to lose your metabolism. You start losing your ability to fight off any kind of diseases. So anyway, what I'd like to do is talk to you about vitamin D. Vitamin D is vital. As soon as I heard about the coronavirus, I went out and stocked up on vitamin D. Vitamin D is not only function for your neuromuscular system, it's an anti-inflammatory. One of its biggest function is your immune system. If your vitamin D is low, you're going to be more susceptible to getting the flu, colds, any kind of sickness. So you want to build up your immune system. Anyway, I do that through a blood test, and we talked about this in my last video. I had one of my clients here that one of the markers that I test for is for inflammation, which is called CRP or C-reactive protein. It's vital. I have caught more conditions through that one panel than any other panel known on my blood test. Now, your doctor, when you do your annual physical and things like that, they don't cover this stuff because it's not covered by insurance. The things that I look for are not covered by insurance. Now, there are some that are, like the liver, kidney functions, things like that, your blood functions, but not all of them. Anyway, the lady that I had in here, was drinking 12 diet sodas a day. That was a major flag. Her body fat was over 40%. So I know that person needed a blood test to see what was going on. It's also a marker to see progress 3 months later on down the road. Anyway, so after seeing that she had a high score on her, or a high range on her C-reactive protein, and her vitamin D was in the teens. Your vitamin D should be anywhere from 30 to 100. That's a range. I like to see it around 60 to 80. Okay, that's about, I take every other day, I take 10,000 IUs, and on the other days, I take 5,000 IUs. You get vitamin D from food, you also get vitamin D from the sun, but you really have to almost lay out, in a bikini to get enough sun to get enough vitamin D to actually improve your immune system. Anyway, this lady, after she found that her C-reactive protein, a marker for inflammation, was so high that I suggested that she see her general practitioner, which she did. They gave her an EKG. They found that there was an issue with her heart. Then they referred her to a cardiologist. She went to a cardiologist and had an echocardiogram performed, which is an ultrasound when they put the gel on you and listen to your heart and look at your ejection fraction and things like that. They found another condition in that test, and I believe she had a calcium score. They were looking for plaque, okay, which is caused by inflammation. Okay, so anyway, then she had an angiogram, which is a scope that used to go up through your leg, but now they can do it through your wrist. It goes through the chambers of your heart, and you're looking for clots, and they found 2, and they gave her 2 stents. So this is a lifesaver. This blood test that I have is a lifesaver. If she didn't walk through that door, who knows what would have happened. Anyway, the other things I test for is estradiol, all your hormonal functions, progesterone, cortisol, all the function, your thyroid, your TSH, which is a thyroid stimulating hormone, your free T4, free T3, reverse T3. Those are all functions, again, of the thyroid. And the T stands for thyroid. The 3 or the 4 stands for molecules of iodine. And sometimes we can take care of a sluggish thyroid by lowering the cholesterol and giving you a iodine supplement instead of going to a medication. Just suggestions. We give you, all we do is just I give you suggestions. We look for your testosterone levels, free testosterone, insulin. That's the number one hormone we look for. As far as your weight goes, if you can't figure out why you can't lose weight, more than likely you have high insulin levels in your body. Insulin bonds with glucose and goes into a muscle cell. So if you're not working out, that molecule can't get into the muscle cell. The receptors of the muscle reject it, goes to the liver, goes to your brain. You know, that can take some sugar, and then it turns into a triglyceride. So if your triglycerides are high, that's one of the reasons, okay? And we go through all this. And I'm going to run a special here on this blood test to do a more of a screening. It's a screening for you to find out that you can take it to your doctor. If you find out your hormones are unbalanced or not optimal, you can go to my doctor, who could go to a compound pharmacy and mix in some of these hormones. And you do it with a cream. You can do it with shots. You can do it with pellets. Anyway, so we look at the liver function, kidney function, all your CBC count, which is your blood, white blood cells, red blood cells, hematocrit, stuff like that. Your blood chemistry, and vitamin D. And again, vitamin D, I can't stress enough how important that is to your immune system, especially with this coronavirus going around. You know, you need to protect yourself. And the way to do that is this gym. This is your insurance policy. This is the best insurance you'll ever have, is diet and exercise. It's a prescription. All right, anyway, enough of that. We also do your body fat status, and it looks like this, and it tells you what your body fat is, what your fat weight is, your muscle weight, your water weight, and percentage in your body. You know, the human body is mostly made of water. So if you're only losing a pound or two every morning, and you're weighing yourself, you know, don't get upset if you're down a couple pounds or up a couple pounds, because it's mostly going to be water anyway. It depends on what you eat. Okay, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And the tips on this, the vitamin D is vital, and just don't take it recklessly. Find out where your levels are, and take my test. What I'm going to be doing on this test is this whole panel right here. All right, I'm going to charge $500. Now, $500 includes the blood test at LabCorp. You get your blood drawn there. The results come back to me. Of course, we sign all the HIPAA regulations and go through all the stages of that. But I get you the blood test for $500. That includes a consultation with me. Now, I will only make suggestions. I'm not a doctor by any means. I'm not trying to be. However, I've done literally hundreds of these blood tests, and I can steer you in the right direction. So that is all included. Also, there's an 800 number on the LabCorp test itself that you can call a doctor and talk to them about your markers or your results for about a half an hour. They'll spend that time with you, an actual doctor on the phone. Okay, that's all included in the $500. Then if you see anything else that looks like a red flag, you can take it to your own physician. You can use my physician, or it could be taken care of with supplements. Most of this stuff is for supplements. And again, the diet and exercise, I can't stress enough, that's a prescription. That is going to be your health insurance. Anyway, Ray Bessette signing out from the Firm U. Take care.